Hello friends, ATK here. I've been recently playing this game called Palworld. It's a pretty popular game these days, and I've been playing hours and hours. I'm a huge fan of survival and builder games. Rust, Ark, Oxygen Not Included, Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere, and I used to stream a lot of Minecraft Redstone to the Korean audience. I was super happy to see more of these games coming up. It is still at early access, but I think it has a big potential. I know it's been a while, but I wanted to make a review video and share some of the knowledge I've gotten so far. At the very start of the game, the thing I liked at first was the game letting you freely change various options like drop rates. Usually survival games like this kind of forces you to co-op, or it's going to be very difficult for you to farm a lot of materials. It's crazy how many similar games have no options like this unless you set up a custom servers or modding. Customization is super basic, but it has all the things I need. The game starts you off at a deserted island, where pals wake you up. As like all survival games, you gather materials to create basic tools to gather more. I personally thought the tutorials were on point and was not too overwhelming, and I was understanding exactly what I was doing too. The real fun started when I started learning pal spheres. You craft them or find them throughout any pals. In order for you to increase your chance to catch them, you basically beat them up. I actually killed a lot of pals by accident, but that was part of the fun too, I guess. When you really get a base running, this is where the builder aspect of the game starts. This is when I got really hooked. Your capture pals can work for you, and efficiency is dependent on what kind of pal is doing what job. For example, any water pals can provide hydropower to spin a machine, whereas fire pals can heat up a furnace to create ingots. Other pals can generate cool items when the farm is in your base. By the way, make sure your first base is near one of these ore nodes. You will need them later because they regen. My tip is to focus on leveling up your base rather than exploring. Getting the initial infrastructure will help you progress the game much faster, and you will understand the game a lot more. The base leveling is super easy until base level 6 because you will start needing fire and water powers. This is when you start exploring to capture new pals. If you travel more, you can capture Pangillet and Fox Parks for next tier stuff to progress. Pal fluids can be gathered from water types like Pangillet to build your first hot spring. The game is designed to provide what you need with just a little bit of exploration, which is a really good design. As for your personal stats, I suggest leveling weight in the beginning up to 1000 and work towards HP or stamina or whatever you want. As for battle, you can use bow and arrow, bats, but later on you can use your pals as weapons. You can use your Fox Park as flamethrowers in the beginning. This is super efficient too. As for technology points, you can unlock them by leveling. Level the ones you need to progress your base. The most efficient way to level is to capture pals. For up to 10 pals, you get bonus points, and this is scalable too, meaning you can capture at any time to get weighted experience points to level up your character. Focusing in capturing the same pals up to 10 times should technically be the fastest way to level at any time. These kind of aspects in the game what made it super fun for me. And not only that, the building aspect is not as bad either. It reminds me of the Fortnite building stuff. The combat isn't as the best, but the fact that it's open world and being able to freely do whatever you want, you definitely see funnier moments happening more often than not. This is probably why most people are streaming this as well. It creates fun moments really easily. If I had to choose the best thing about this game, it's the excitement of meeting new pals and exploring the world. Because there's just so much possibilities you could do with pals, and the depth of this game is just enough to be having goals to min-max. I am definitely playing this game a lot, and plan to share some knowledge I get while playing the game. For example, this is just me because I'm stupid. There is a disassembly mode. You can press C and delete them. I used to attack it and destroy it myself. Early wheat you can buy off a wandering merchant at small settlement to upgrade your tech. Early spears and arrow farming can be done with Vixie. They can be captured relatively easy. Even if you have 2 or 3 of them at the farm, they generate a bunch of spears and arrows for you. This helps you to save a lot of palladium fragments early on. Early bosses you should try are Penking. Easy way to kill them is to use the Jolt Hog Bomb, since they're weak to electricity. Penking is a really good starting pal to have him mine ores for you. And also at the end, when you're breeding, Penking is one of the pals you need to make some endgame pals too. When you fly, explore around, gather eggs to incubate. They're usually really good pals. Also at nighttime, collectible things glow, so you can actually identify it way easier. I value fast travel a lot. Early good pals in the beginning are Direhowl for ground and Nightwing for air, and you can upgrade flight to Vanworm and Beacon, a boss located here. Now, I didn't want to talk too much about it, but definitely I do want to bring up another video to cover some of the extra stuff I wish I knew. My channel has been covering only Lost Ark, a Korean MMO, but I love various games and I want to review them. Hope you guys understand. Well, if you guys get bored from dailies and homeworks from Lost Ark, try this game out too. You'll love it. What was the best thing about Palworld for you guys? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks everyone. Bye bye.